You can't see that blue, that dark blue line.
Yeah, I can see the dark blue line.
You don't have to worry about the numbers. You just have to worry about what is representative of.
So B and C.
A, B, and C. Why? Because they're shading between these numbers, which means they're including fractions and decimals right in there. They're including the fractions and the decimals.
Dots are just a whole number.
The dots are just the whole numbers. So that's why I want you to make a note of this. When you see that word, that means this is not right, this is not right, and this is not right. And of course, that's nothing. So it's going to be either this one or this one. What numbers are between 2 and 6? So your answer is right here. And a lot of people say, Hubert, that says 3 and 6. Why does it say 3 and 6? Because this guy can't include what? You can't include 2, and that's why 2 is not marked. And that one's wrong. So, I want you, this problem right here, there's 2 things that you need to realize. One is there will be one type of problem that you cannot make the variable positive, and this is it. And you divide through, and I would much rather you just divide through by negative on one problem than do it on 6 problems and forget half of the last 2 steps and miss 4 or 5 of 7 problems because you forgot. So just do that dividing through just for this type problem with a negative.
And that makes the variable positive, right?
Yes. But before, you were making the variable positive by moving the smallest bucket.
Right.
And that's the way you want to do it. But see, you can't do that right here because x is already by itself. The only thing you can do is divide through by negative.
Okay. I get it now.
That's why. See, if I give you another problem, are they going to give us some challenging problems anytime soon? No. I'll have to put some problems in here on this thing because these are just baby problems. All right, let's do this one. Blow it up.
So fun.
Blow it up. And these are real numbers, so you don't have to worry about the integer. It says, graph the solution set of the inequality where x is a real number, meaning fractions, decimals, and whole numbers. And hit freeze, please. I'm going to go ahead and call the roll. Miss Brown?
Here.
Carrie? Dawson? I don't know how these pictures get on there. Dawson? No Dawson. Charles?
Here.
Edwards?
Here.
Elliott?
Here.
Ruggs is here, Lee Croy,
Here.
Littman is here, Pardue is here, Queen is here, Rochester is not here. Roebuck. Roebuck. No Roebuck. Satterfield,
Here.
Shaw,
Here.
Smith. Oh, got, I don't see either one of them. Nope, you're not here. Maybe Smith is here. Miss Shaw, are you from, I may have already asked you this, you from Star?
No.
No.
Coker Road.
Huh?
Coker Road.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're Brian and his brother. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes, I know. Smith, okay. Vernon,
Yeah.
Whitfield,
Here.
Williford here. Wright,
Here.
okay. Bureaucrats are happy. All right, Vanna, break it down, please, so I can draw on it, or magnify, demagnify. Thank you. All right, so here we go. This is a good test question. I'll be honest with you, I try not to put that last question on the test. I try not to, but sometimes it regenerates and pulls it in there, but I try not to do that. So, what we're going to do first, distribute. So that'd be 6x minus 12 is less than or equal to 6x minus what? Negative 6x, and what happens? The 6x is canceled and we get negative 12 is less than or equal to negative 14. True or false? Now be careful here, these are negatives. Ask yourself, what would you rather have in the bank?
Negative 12.
Negative 12 or negative 14?
Negative 12.
Negative 12. So negative 12 is what?
That's correct.
Negative 12 is greater than or equal to negative 14. So is this a true statement? No, it's not. So if it's not true, it's called a contradiction. And a contradiction has no what? No solution. Sorry about that. That's not what I wanted. They don't have very good problems on this homework. Let me see if I can find some. It's kind of like interviewing somebody on TV and not giving them any hard questions. Let me go back. Let me go to the what is 6.5? 6.6. Why am I doing 6.5 all the time? I don't even know what 6.5 is. Instead of playing, let me see if I can find some problems in there. Evidently they watered it down. Alright, we'll just do some. Alright, let's try this one. One half 1/2 times x minus 3 plus 3/4 is greater than or equal to ≥2 times x minus 3 plus 1/2. Now that's a test question. What's the first thing you're going to do? Clear the fractions. After you quit for a while, you get discouraged.
This is a stupid question.
What?
I already know it. Since there's 2 halves, you just do like the 2 times 4, not 2 times 4 times 2. To get like
The common denominator is 4. So you're going to multiply by 4 over 1. Was that your
Yeah.
question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just put a 4 over 1 here, a 4 over 1 here, 4 over 1 here, 4 over 1 here. That should clean things up quite nicely. How many of you know that it's pre-advising time? You need to get with your advisor, get on Starfish, if they're on Starfish. I'm on Starfish. So you go to Get Connected. I'll show you how to get there. Just reminding me to I'm trying to remind all my classes. Go to Get Connected, you go to, well, there we go. Faculty and staff, go to Get Connected right there. There it is right there. And when you go there, you need to go to up in here somewhere, appointments, somewhere in here. And you can find my appointments. I'm trying to find my appointments. Where are they? There they are. And see, you go in here and just click on add. Now, most of the teachers at Tri-County Tech are dinosaurs, right? Mm-hmm. So you'll have to go by the office and look on their wall or their door and sign up for a time. Or if they're one of the minority like me that's on, you just click on here and thing will fill it out and put your name. And the only thing we ask as advisors is that you don't come in there like a deadhead. That's the only thing we ask. Don't come in there, I'm here to register. Well, what do you want? Have some idea, you know, of what, and if you don't have an idea, don't act stupid, okay? Just tell me you don't have any idea. Don't act stupid, I can't stand that, okay? But that's how you do it. Is any of my advisees in here? Any? You don't know? If you don't know who your advisor is, you can go on your portal and find it. I think it's under.
It's under the degree works.
Is it? Well, there's another one. I think it's under Degree Works, I know, but hold on a minute. Let me just see if I can find it. It was under Get Connected or Get Started or one of those also.
That's where the degree works is.
Yeah, but somewhere in here it has your advisor or something like that. I think it's wherever you get. Where do y'all get your classes? Here it is. Identify my academic advisor. It's under Get Set. Identify my academic advisor. If you are a college transfer student and you want to change your advisor to the Anderson campus because most of your classes are here, you can dial 646 1428 and ask about your advisor or ask to change advisors. Now that's the college transfer. That's the Associate in Arts, Associate in Science. I don't think any of y'all, unless y'all just taking Math 155 for the heck of it. Most of y'all are either Business and Human Services or Health Ed or IET or something, you know, that's not college transfer. But if you college transfer and you want to change your advisor or find out who your advisor is, you can dial that number. If you're somebody else, Business and Human Services, you need to call that unit secretary or that division secretary wherever they are. I know Business and Human Services is right in front of Pickens Hall at work. Health Ed, they're at the bottom of the big, ginormous building. What's it called? Ruby Hick? No, it's not Ruby. Fulp Hall, that desk down there. You can ask her. She'll probably give you the runaround. But IE, they're down there somewhere in Cleveland. I don't know where they are. So anyway, that's just something for your information. Huh? They down there somewhere. I don't know where they are. They all over the place if you want to know the truth about it. All right, so here we go. What's 4 divided by 2? 2. Sorry. Fours go out. 2. 2. And I think that's a whole lot easier to work with than that. 2x minus what? 6 plus 3. 2x minus 6 plus 2. I'll do it again. I sure did. These go out. And that leaves 3 is greater than what? Is that true? This is identity. So what's the answer? All real numbers.
How is it still 2x? Wouldn't that be 8 on the right side of the inequality?
You're right. Thank you. Okay, now everybody's going to say, yeah, I got 8. Well, why didn't you say something back then?
Checking you.
8. My bad. And Bubba's on the back row going, yeah, man, you got it wrong. What'd I get wrong? Oh, no. All right, thank you. Shelley, if you would have caught that. So let me start over. 2x minus 6 plus 3 I'm glad I made a mistake because I didn't want it to come out as an identity. I did it on purpose. 8x minus 24 plus 2. So 2x minus what? Minus 3, greater than or equal to 8x minus 22. Okay, now here's what you were talking about a while ago with the negative x. You said we're keeping the variable positive. Well, at this point, you have a choice. You can either go, oh, well, we have to take the x over on the left-hand side, like my teacher told me in 5th, 6th grade, which is ludicrous. Or you can move the smallest bucket and keep the variable what? Positive. And I'm going to do it that way all the time. So negative 3 is greater than or equal to 6x minus 22. What are we going to do with that 22? Take it across the river and it becomes positive 22. And what's negative 3? You owe $3 and you have $22. You owe what? You don't owe. You have what? 19? I don't know. Somebody help me out. No. Is it? Yeah. Positive 19. So 19 is greater than or equal to 6x divided by 6. So x is less than or equal to 19/6. Or 19/6 is greater than or equal to x. And the reason I wanted to show you this was her question. When we had that problem, we got right here, and you have a choice. There's your two x's. Now you can take the 8x over on this side, but you have to remember 2 more steps at the end of the problem. Or you can bring this on this side and not have to remember those 2 steps. So it's nothing but a what? A preference. Now, I want you to graph this, and I want you to write it in set builder notation and interval notation. X is, let me just write it over here. X is less than or equal to 19/6. X is less than or equal to 19/6. Can you see that? Is that better? what is 16 ninths? 3? Pretty much. A lot of people say, oh, well, it's really at 2 point. No, listen. Are you getting right down to the nitty gritty and making sure each one of these is graduated into 6th? Or are you just sketching it? You're just sketching it. Okay? You don't have to sit there and go, oh, well, 16 will go in there 3 times. It'll be 3.07. And that's fine if they're asking for it, but if you're just sketching it, then just put it a little bit over 3. It's not that big a deal. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, positive infinity, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative infinity. And we are at 3 1/6, which is 3.2. So what kind of circle goes here? Closed circle. I'll make it a little bit bigger. And my handy dandy shader. What numbers are less than 3? Or 3.16 or 3.17 or 3.2? Everything to the what? Okay. So there's all your numbers that work in that equation. Now we just have to write it in set builder notation, which is real simple. This is how simple it is. Take that guy, copy it, draw big old braces, X such that, and then what? Well, it's simple when you don't have to do this.
You made your life so much harder.
I know, but I'm doing it for y'all.
Why don't you just rewrite it?
Because I really, you know.
You would have been done by now.
Huh? I know. I don't need y'all to tell me I need to be done, okay? I need y'all to be quiet, all right? There. Y'all suck. All right. Now, what I was trying to show you is, all you gotta do is just put that in. Now.
You made it worse on yourself.
You're going to fail. All right, now, read from left to right. Do we hit the function here? Yes. From where? Negative infinity to what? To 19/6. What goes on infinity always? And what goes on 19/6? That's it. See how simple it is?
Before or after you try and use smart tools to figure something out?
Before. Alright, let's try one, and this time I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to go over a decimal problem because I didn't show y'all how to do that. And most of you probably already know, and that's fine, but let's go with 2.9 times x minus 1/2 is greater than 3.6 times x plus 4. Okay, decimals are just like parentheses. There's 2 ways to do them. 1, you can do them by hand, or 2, you can do them by a calculator. And you know I'm not going to let you do a calculator because we already have too much of that now. So we're going to clear the fractions, and it's real simple. First thing you do is you note, number 1, note the furthest, if that's a word, put in quotation marks, the furthest place value used. place value meaning to the right of the decimal. So in this case, what's the furthest place value you used?
3.6.
Yeah, the 0.6 and the 0.9. You look at both the decimals. Sometimes it'd be 2.09 and 3.6. If it was 2.09 and 3.6, what is the furthest decimal place used? Be the hundredths. So you'd multiply by 100. Since this one is the same, what value is taken up? The tenth, so we multiply by 10. So 2 multiply through by tens, hundreds, thousands, etc., depending on number 1. Now, if you didn't know the trick about multiplying and dividing by tens, hundreds, and thousands, what's the rule? If you multiply by tens, hundreds, and thousands, you move the decimal place, however many zeros you have, move it to the right that many places. If you divide by tens, hundreds, and thousands, you move the decimal place to the left, to the left, depending on how many zeros you're multiplying by. So in this case, we're multiplying by 10. Why am I multiplying by 10? Because that's the furthest place value taken. So I'm going to take my handy dandy red marker. And what will that do to these two decimals? Make them what? Whole numbers. So now we have 29 times x minus 1/2, dang it, greater than 36 times x plus 4. Now what? Huh? No distribute.
You still got a fraction there.
Don't look at that fraction unless you want to break your hand. Why can't I fool with that fraction? It's in concrete. You can't touch it. You got to break it up first. So 29x minus 29 halves greater than 36x plus 144. Somebody help me out. Now what we do? How you do that? Multiply through by 2, which is the common denominator. So I'm going to take my handy dandy red pencil again. Multiply by 2 over 1 all the way through.